Hi, my name is Arito Chakravarti on creating lasting investments, and today I'll be presenting on a major shift in how people work, the gig economy. We'll dive into what it is, why it's growing, and how it impacts workers and businesses. So, what is the gig economy? The gig economy is a labor built market around short term contracts and freelance work rather than permanent jobs. It's sometimes called the sharing economy or the access economy. In this system, workers enjoy more flexibility and independence, choosing when and how they work. However, it often comes at the cost of job security and benefits. On the other hand, employers benefit by saving on expenses like health coverage, paid leave, and other overhead costs. So, what kind of jobs are part of the gig economy? It's more than just Uber drivers. You've got delivery drivers, whether it's groceries, restaurant food, or packages. Some restaurant staff, like chefs and servers, also work on a gig basis. Then there are the pet sitters, dog walkers, people doing short term care work, and even professionals, like accountants or social media managers. Creative roles like graphic designers, software developers, and virtual assistants are big in this space too. As you can see, gig work isn't just one thing, it spans all kinds of industries. So, is the gig economy becoming popular, and why is that? Yes, the gig economy is definitely growing, and fast. It's especially popular among entry level workers, recent grads, and people who want to build skills or get quick work experience. A big reason for this growth is technology. Apps and platforms make it easy to find flexible, short term work. To give you an idea of how fast it's growing, in 2018, the US gig economy was worth about $204 billion. By 2023, it was expected to more than double, reaching $455 billion. A lot of this momentum comes from younger generations, like millennials and Gen Z. They tend to value flexible schedules and are also driving trends like online content creation and influencer work, which are big parts of the modern gig economy. So you may be wondering, who does the gig economy benefit and how? Well, the gig economy benefits both companies and workers, but in different ways. So first, for companies, it's mostly about efficiency and cost. They save more money on things like office space, benefits, and long hiring processes. It also gives them the ability to hire quickly and scale their workforce based on demand, which is especially helpful in industries with seasonal or fluctuating needs. Now, for workers, the biggest advantage is flexibility. People can choose when they work and for how long, which makes it easier to balance jobs with school, family, or any other responsibilities. A lot of people also use gig work to earn some extra income on the side. And since they're in more control of their schedules, many workers feel motivated and in charge of their time, which can lead them to be more efficient. So, what can governments do to support the gig economy? Well, governments have a big role to play in making the gig economy work better, especially for the workers. So, first, they can invest in skilling programs, helping helping gig workers build new skills or improve existing ones makes them more competitive and opens up better job opportunities. Financial support, like unemployment benefits or income protection, can also help when work is inconsistent, as is many the case in gig economy. Then, there's social security. Some countries, like France, have already taken steps by creating special systems for gig workers, like the auto entrepreneur model, which gives freelancers access to social protections. Governments also need to step in with clear regulations. This means defining what rights gig workers have, what their employment status is, and making sure tax and labor laws are fair, both for workers and the platforms that hire them, so they're not at a disadvantage. So governments can also help gig platforms themselves. They can simplify business registration to make it easier for startups to launch and encourage platforms to adopt new technologies. This helps keep the market competitive and innovative. Another important step is collecting accurate data on the gig economy. Without good data, it's hard to understand how many people are involved, what challenges they face, or how policies are working. Monitoring systems can help governments adjust their policies as the gig economy changes, making sure support stays effective over time. So, the gig economy is reshaping how we work, offering flexibility and new opportunities, but also creating challenges around security and fairness. With balanced policies and support, we have the chance to build a future where both workers and businesses thrive, making work more adaptable, inclusive, and sustainable for everyone. Thank you, everyone.